How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Toronto Maple Leafs Be a GM mode. And today is the all-important draft day. Huge, we're going to find out if we won the lottery, and if we didn't, well, then we're going to move up because we really want Austin Matthews, and there's no way we are not going to get him. But first, before we head into our draft here, we are going to check who won the Stanley Cup. Pretty big season, and there it is. Your champions for the Stanley Cup are the Dallas Stars. Let's take a quick look at the playoff tree. So, in the East, you had New Jersey go up against Pittsburgh. The Islanders go up against the Rangers. Tampa against the Senators. Boston versus the Capitals. Boston won, Tampa won. They played each other, which Tampa won. Islanders played New Jersey. The Islanders won. Tampa won and went on to the Stanley Cup. So, by the look of it, there could be a couple teams that have replaced in here, but overall, with the rosters they have, I find the East was a very accurate simulation. Same thing in the West. The Colorado Avalanche, of course, they struggled behind coach Patrick Roy, who has now left the team. But they have a great roster, and seemingly through a game simulation, they should do well. And they did. They made it to the second round and then were eliminated by the Chicago Blackhawks, who every single season have a great simulation and a great year. So Blackhawks go all the way with the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars won that series, and they moved on. Dallas then went to play Tampa. They won in 5. They're your Stanley Cup champions. So let's take a quick look at some awards, just to go through them quickly. So your Stanley Cup champions are the Dallas Stars. The San Jose Sharks had won the President's Trophy. And your Dallas Stars Tampa Bay Lightning win the Prince of Wales and the Clarence S. Campbell. Perfect. Art Ross goes to Tyler Seguin. The Hart Memorial, Patrick Kane. Brent Burns wins the Norris. Patrick Kane, Lady Byng. Calder Memorial goes to McDavid, the newest rookie of the year. Conn Smythe, Tyler Seguin. The Vezina, Tuukka Rask. William M. Jennings, Jonathan Quick. Bill Masterson goes to Chara. Frank J. Selke goes to Patrice Bergeron. Ted Lindsay goes to Patrick Kane. And the Maurice Richard to Patrick Kane. So that does it for the awards, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we could take a quick look to see. We had 77 points overall as our top player, but the top player in the league scored, wait for it, 95 points. So Tyler Seguin had 95 points to have the most points in the league, and only 46 goals. 46 goals as the most goals scored in the league. We'll try to best that this year if we can. We'll have JVR. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's start the draft. Here we go. And okay, we are not picking first overall. We're actually picking third. And wow, look at the message center. It says Datsuk retires, but also Jaromir Jagr. Jagr doesn't usually retire in the first year. Wow, interesting. Okay, so let's get this first overall pick. We're going to offer our first overall pick. And let's see, we've got tons of picks this year. So we'll offer Washington second. Let's try that. I don't want to give it up right away. We have tons of picks this year. You know what? Whoops. We'll give up Pittsburgh's first. We have no choice here. We have no choice. Rejected. Oh wow. Okay. Um, that's interesting. That's interesting. We need this first overall, so what are we gonna do here? Can we... I don't want to get too crazy here. So we have Toronto Maple Leafs this year. We have Toronto Maple Leafs next year that has a lot more value. We could do that. Let's try that. Rejected again. Okay. Let's throw in a prospect here. What do we have that matches their block and we won't use? We have Bracco here. Okay, let's just throw on some guys. I know I'm not going to use these guys. I'm never going to get to the point where the 67s are going to be worth anything. Same thing with Korostelev here. I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'll need him. Tyler Bozak? Really? He dropped down to an 81? Oh my god, that's brutal. Oh wait, I have Timashov here. We'll use Nielsen instead of Bracco. Could I take off this first rounder? And again, we're gonna put these guys with no contracts on here. Timashov and Nielsen. And they'd have more than 45 skaters in their organization. Okay, this is getting brutal, ladies and gentlemen. But we're down to it. We're down to the nitty gritty. We don't have a choice. What do they have? They have no skaters they're interested in giving away. Okay. Let's see. What do they have? That has no trade value. What about Quenneville here? My God, this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be one of those trades that doesn't make any sense. How would they have more than 50 players in their organization? Okay, let's take off this guy. I guess we need to take guys who are under contract. So we'll take this AHL guy. Unless we're giving something spectacular, don't waste our time, guys. This is brutal. Alright, we're going big here. We're going big. We need this first round draft pick. Let's go with our first round from next year. This trade is huge. Okay. Well, that was a disgusting trade, ladies and gentlemen, but we have no choice. We needed to do that trade. But we didn't give up our second first round draft pick from this year, and that is excellent. I didn't want to give that up. So let's go with the projected. Let's go grab our friend Austin Matthews. Top 5, Austin Matthews. Welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've got that elite medium potential. That's perfect. Okay. So let's sim up to our next pick here. After we took some time to get that trade off. We're here at the 21st overall pick, but let's take a quick look at who's been picked so far. So we have Austin Matthews. M. Jones was picked afterwards. He's a left wing elite medium forward. You've got Chicherin, Mr. Green, top 4, nice. Tyler Benson, top 6. Pierre-Luc Dubois, another top 6. S. Steele is a top 6. J. Bean, top 4. Jarrat is a top 4. Sean Day, he's a top 4. Howden, top 6. Krisky, top 6. Lajoie, top 4. Logan Brown, top 6. I think it's Paquin Boudin. He's a top 6 as well. Soy, top 6. Gettinger, top 6. Kerwin, nice, elite. Kachuk is an elite as well. Middleton, top 4. It's too bad we couldn't get that 19th pick. It would have been nice maybe getting Kachuk. But here we are. We're at the 21st pick, and we're going to see what we can pull out. We're going to sort by the potential here because we want to see what the best available potential is, and if he's drafted high enough, then we will grab him. We could work with a defenseman. We've got Sergachev as well, but he'll go in the second round, and we have a bunch of picks there, so we may get something else. What do we need depth-wise? So we need maybe a left wing, and we're full on defenseman, maybe a goaltender. Okay. So goaltender we can grab maybe in the next round, but let's see what is the highest projected left wing available, and then we will snatch him up. Okay, highest available left wing is Kopaka. He's slated to go in the first, possibly second round, early second round. But there's Ulevi here. You know what? Since Ulevi is still, excuse me, Ulevi is still around, we'll take him. Let's see, what do we get here? Elite defenseman. He had an unknown potential, and that is huge, ladies and gentlemen. That's 2 elite forwards in the first round we pull out here. Wow, super big, super big. Okay, now we could take a gamble, and let's see, can we... Okay, let's sim the pick here. Fellhaber, that's fine, because we're going to have an early second round pick. Now, there was a good... Oh, wait, I can't. There was a good prospect here. Right? We're going to take a look at it right quickly here. We wanted that left wing prospect. We need that left wing prospect. Now, he's slated to go... Kopaka here is slated to go shortly. Maybe... Because we're going to take a gamble here. If Kopaka doesn't get picked, like, he could be next, right? I think Davidson was just ahead of him. But he may or may not be picked. So... This projection board, it really annoys me that when you sort, it doesn't sort, you know, top down. Okay, so Kopaka's fallen down again. He's fallen down again. So he may or may not go right away. So we're taking a gamble that he doesn't get picked here. I keep pressing that button even though I just want to sim it. Alright, let's... sim pick here, and if Kopaka gets picked, maybe we flop that second. He got picked. Okay, we gambled and he went early. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We gambled that he may not go, and we were picking too far back anyways. I figured maybe we could pull him out. Okay, let's grab a left wing here. Let's see in the second round. We're looking for a left wing. Our depth charts say we need a left wing. And there's none. Ooh, Nylander. Let's grab Nylander. just gonna grab him. His brother is on the team as well. So we've got both Nylanders. And I meant to sim to my next user pick. And we're gonna grab a goaltender this round. We'll see what is available. Let's see. Did any other good goaltenders get... Oh, wow. Patrick Laine. It went pretty far back. We could have grabbed him. I didn't even... Puljujärvi as well is still here. That's insane. Okay. Interesting. He had an elite potential as well. Sergachev was still there too. I think I saw him. And look at that. The Montreal Canadiens grabbed him again. Smart team there. Oh, there's the elite goaltender, Grossman. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get lucky with our goaltenders. We didn't really draft any. We didn't draft any goaltenders this year. We didn't really look into it, but we'll see what we can grab here. I'm trying to get to goaltenders. Nice. Here we go. Let's see. Is there any goaltenders? Okay, they're all slated to go 4th round. So we have an early 4th round pick, so maybe they'll still be there. I've known Kolmala to do pretty well in some GM modes. Maybe we'll see, right? We'll see for Kolmala. He's 19 years old. By the time the season starts, he might be 20. And he could be a free agent if he doesn't get drafted. If he doesn't get drafted, right? We're saying if. So we'll look 4th round. Now as it stands, what is left? 2nd round forwards. We're still looking for that left wing, and here we go. Buckhart's slated to go 2nd and 3rd. Let's grab him here. Buckhart's, welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and a high bottom 6 forward. That's not bad. That could bring out an 83 potential total. Well, and if he grows properly as well, you know, we could get something good here. We could get something good. All right. So let's keep on going. We're gonna keep on drafting here, and of course after the 4th round, I'm not gonna do the rest of them. We'll let the CPU pull out the rest of the draft for us. So we still got some 2nd and oh, here we go, Twarinski. We needed some left wings. We're gonna pull up Twarinski here. Another bottom 6 forward. That's perfect. You always need those depth guys. Alright, so we're going to sim to our next user pick here. I believe it might be, okay, end of the 3rd round. End of the 3rd round. Let's check if there's any... If Kolmala is still there, I think we'll snatch him up here. Just to get in early. That's what we want to do. We want to do that. And maybe if we can pull out Kolmala, we won't need to... pardon me, I'm trying to say we won't need to sit. Well, we can sim through the 4th round. Yeah, Komala's still there. I'm gonna grab him, just so that he doesn't. Okay, high backup. That's okay. That's okay. I was hoping for better. All right, so we're gonna sim the rest of the draft here. We're gonna get going. That's perfect. So we pulled out at the end. Asplin, Kovarchik, Nikitin, Sustal, Falkovsky, Kuznetsov. Not bad. Not a bad draft. Not a bad draft here. Let me just take a quick screenshot of that, because I want to take a look afterwards going in here to our prospect pool. Where is my screenshot? Okay, so we're gonna sim to the re-sign phase here, and we're gonna get some guys signed. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back, and then I'll show you guys what we've done. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. So we got everyone we needed re-signed. We're gonna take a look at it right here. So you've got Kadri, Holland, and Bozak manning our lines here. Of course, we're missing Austin M here. He's going to be on that top 2nd pair as well. He'll grow pretty big. And then we've got Carrick Nylander, who can be coming up eventually as well. Minors, we've got some good depth here. We have Nikitin, who we drafted this year, and you know what? We'll sign him so that we can get him some playing time. Just, that we can have him down in the minors. That's a good prospect to have. We want him to grow, so we're going to get him playing. We're going to make sure we got all our good prospects playing. The rest of them are too young to be playing yet. Mitch Marner will most likely be going back to the minors instead of playing with us this year, unless by season start he's got a huge growth, which would be nice. We could move out Tyler Bozak, who's now 30. Now heading back to the main roster. So yeah, we've got Tyler Bozak, who's 30. We can maybe move him out. He's got a huge salary. Move him for some draft picks. At left wing, JVR, Grabner, we got Colin Greeding on that 4th line. So the 2nd line, we could look to improve it in free agency. Mahalik, on the other hand, he's getting out of here. He's unhappy. He's also got a $4 million salary. We want him out. When it comes to in the system, If Leipzig by season start grows, we could bring him up to the team. And then this year we'll play Johnson, Lindbergh, and Buchhardt to make sure they get some good playing time and make sure they grow at an appropriate rate. Heading over to our right wings, we have Kapanen, Laveo, Connor Brown, Kovarchik. They'll be in the minors, most likely getting the top time. Actually, Kovarchik is going to probably be heading back to the minors. We'll most likely have Herzog or maybe even Quenneville playing in those positions. Quenneville, who we acquired through trade. Kuznetsov was another player we drafted. Same thing with Nylander. 18 years old, both of them. They'll be coming up in 2 seasons or so. Heading over to the main roster, we have Lupo with Arcobello. Horton, you're going to be on your way out of here. We're going to move him for some draft picks. Hands down, he's got to get out of here. Komarov, I'm a little disappointed. He's unhappy. I wish he was happier. I like Komarov. I like him as a depth guy, which, it would be nice. Our main roster now, we've got Morgan Riley and Jake Gardner. They'll be huge next year. I like the signing here for Riley. He's got another 7 years on his contract. It's pretty big at $5 million. He's now a 90 overall, so we'll have him till he's about 29. He's just going to get better and better, and it's fantastic. Now, it drops off afterwards, so I'm thinking in free agency we may add in some veteran defensemen to finish out those bottom pairings, and then eventually we'll have some guys come up and they'll fill out those spots. So Corrado and Cowan will most likely fill out that bottom pairing, unless by season's beginning Carrick has grown to a nice potential amount. I think that's the way to go. I think that is the way to go. And then goaltenders, wow, we're in for some rough patches. Bernier is our starting goaltender. I think we may have to move him to try to bring in a different starting goaltender, maybe someone who's younger with a higher potential. Bernier's elite, but he's only an 82 overall. That's not going to help us because in the system, after that, we've got Garrett Sparks and Bibeau, who hopefully maybe by season's beginning could be bigger, but right now they're not. They're just, so we're stuck in goaltending. Now let's take a quick look at free agency, because I'm going to ask for your guys' opinions before we sign any free agents. There's some good guys like, boom, Steven Stamkos, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge, but I don't think we should sign Stamkos. I mean, unless when we free up that cap space, we'll have, like right now we have $11 million to spend. If we free up the cap space from Bernier, from Horton and Mahalik, that's about $15 million we'd have to spend. And considering Stamkos commands a $9.3 million salary, it's a risk I'm not sure we're willing to take. But anyways, we're going to go through it here. Your centers available, there's quite a few. You've got Stamkos, and then it drops off. You've got Horkoff, Santorelli, Smith. I like Santorelli, actually. He's a good signing. He's played well for me in the past. He has. Again, different GM mode, but it's fun to see. Now, Scott Carrick, he should sign with us. We're just waiting for him. But then you've got some other depth guys. There's tons of good depth here. It's what we decide afterwards. If we need to pull any guys in, we'll side them. Like Richard here, this could be an interesting signing. Let's just take a quick look here. So Tampa Bay is the only other team interested at 23. He could be an interesting center to bring in. We'll take a look at that another time, though. At left wing, of note, Lucic. He could be a good second or first line left wing. He would play behind JVR. So a good left wing to maybe have with Austin Matthews. You guys let me know. At right wing, not much aside from Hudler, but Hudler on the other hand is aging. He is aging. He's 32, wants 7 years. I'm not willing to give him 7 years. You know, if we sign him for 3, we can get him at maybe 6.3, 6.5. I don't know. Well, it's an option, okay? Hudler's an option. Then you've got Patrick Eves. Again, some aging guys that could just fill out some depth here. We don't want Parenteau back. Vernon Fiddler, no way. Eric Cole. There's some guys here. You know, you guys let me know. And then at defense, I was thinking, because I had already checked these out, we have Demers here that we could bring back. Bring in. I like him. And the same thing with Ernhoff. They could fill out those deep positions in the top 4. So that second line pairing behind Gardner and Riley. I think this could be key. I think it could. Again, don't quote me. We could probably get Demers down to about 4.7 and Ernhoff down to 4, but there's a lot of teams interested. So we're gonna have to act fast. Act fast. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna have to do. And goalies, unfortunately, absolutely no one. Nothing of worth. I don't even think there's some goaltenders that have some odd potential, maybe, but they're not. I don't know. They're not there. You know, the fringe starters are already 26. You don't. They're a gamble. They really are just a gamble. But it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end off here. Huge off season up ahead of us. Do we sign Stamkos? Do we do any of those? Do we do any crazy moves? It's gonna be a questionable free agency. So you guys let me know. It's all on you guys here to help me out to finish up our free agent signing and bring in some players. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.